There is a certain anime that has deep ties to earthquakes. Whenever a particular episode of that anime airs, an earthquake occurs, and fans claim that because of that, the show has an inseparable bond with these natural disasters. That show is called Magical Princess Minky Momo. It features a magical girl as the main protagonist and is targeted at young girls. It's thanks to episode 46 that people began to associate Minky Momo with earthquakes. Momo happens to die in this episode, and on the show, it's as though the earth itself shakes in sadness at her death. Then, the same thing happens in real life as well. Earthquakes have also occurred with the airing of the show's final episode, and the Great Tohoku earthquake also occurred on the same day the final episode was rerun. Perhaps its biggest claim to fame is the Great Hanshin earthquake. When this terrible tragedy struck, channels all around the country scrambled to put out special programs reporting on it. Yet, TV Osaka alone continued with its normal programming. And the show airing at that time was a rerun of Minky Momo. Magical Princess Minky Momo originally ran from 1982 to 1983, with a total of 63 episodes. Reruns of the show have aired several times since then, and it was thanks to these reruns that fans noticed a terrifying trend. It seemed that whenever episode 46 aired, and occasionally 63, the final episode, it was accompanied by a large earthquake. This is especially poignant because episode 46 is about Momo, the main character, dying after being hit by a truck. The show even holds a funeral for her, and the earth shakes as though in sadness for her death. This sadness seems to extend all the way to the real world, as every time this episode airs, Japan is hit by an earthquake. Or so the urban legend goes. How much truth is there to this one? Let's take a look. There is at least some truth to this legend, as numerous earthquakes have hit Japan on the same day the episode in question aired. January 1st, 1983. The first time episode 46 aired. Immediately after Momo was hit by a truck in the episode, an earthquake warning appeared on the screen for the Kanto area. This earthquake was magnitude 3, and thus not very big. May 26th, 1983. The first time episode 63, the finale, aired. The 1983 Sea of Japan earthquake struck this very same day. A massive earthquake with a magnitude of 7.8 that killed over 100 people. November 2nd, 1989. A rerun of episode 46 aired. A magnitude 7.1 earthquake struck off the coast of Iwate Prefecture. January 17th, 1995. A rerun of episode 46 aired. The Great Hanshin earthquake hit with a magnitude of 7.3, one of the most devastating in Japan's history. Almost 6,500 people lost their lives. June 14th, 2008. Minky Momo was streamed on Yahoo. The 2008 Iwate Miyagi Naidiku earthquake hit with a magnitude of 7.2. 12 people were killed and over 350 injured. February 11th, 2012. A rerun of episode 46 aired on Tokyo MX. A magnitude 4.7 earthquake hit Ibaraki Prefecture. September 10, 2013. A rerun of episode 46 aired on KBS Kyoto. A magnitude 2 earthquake hit Japan. November 3rd, 2014. A rerun of episode 46 aired on Animax. A magnitude 4 earthquake hit Japan. Now, whether you believe that episode 46 of Minky Momo caused these earthquakes or not, there's one thing that cannot be denied. The earthquakes really did happen. They existed, and finding information about where they hit and how hard they hit isn't terribly difficult to do these days. The real question here is, did Minky Momo cause these earthquakes to happen? Was the show somehow imbued with an unfathomable power to cause an earthquake every time Minky Momo herself was killed, as though our reality felt that same pain and also shook in sadness for her? You are, of course, free to feel however you want about the situation, but it's important to keep one thing in mind. Japan has earthquakes almost daily. There are numerous earthquake trackers you can follow online and see for yourself. Rarely do several days go by in a row with at least one earthquake in Japan. The country sits at the junction of several tectonic plates, meaning that the Earth is constantly shifting, and small earthquakes, magnitude 4 or smaller, are common. Japan is also quite a long series of islands, extending from the tip of Hokkaido all the way down to Okinawa. It's not all that strange for an earthquake to have happened somewhere along the island chain at any point during the day. Several of the earthquakes that happened during episode 46 reruns of Minky Momo were so small that they barely registered. Others, however, were quite large, but this brings up another interesting point. Several of these earthquakes happened before Minky Momo aired. These earthquakes didn't suddenly trigger the moment Minky Momo died in an episode. The Sea of Japan earthquake in 1983, for example, happened several hours before Minky Momo went on the air. It was the same day, yes, but not even close to each other. The fact remains that whenever episode 46 of Minky Momo airs, yes, an earthquake occurs on the same day, although not necessarily at the same time. This is not in dispute. Several of these earthquakes have also been rather large, but many were small and unnoticeable. It's also a fact that earthquakes happen almost daily in Japan, and statistically, you could tie them to almost anything if you tried hard enough. Does Minky Momo cause disaster to strike whenever it airs? Unlikely, but it is admittedly a scary coincidence that it always seems to happen with the episode that kills Minky Momo. But what do you guys think about this one? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again next time.